Hi everyone, it's Smitha. I am glamsmitty on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And today I have another video where I am going to do sort of a spotlight on a brand that I have a lot of singles from. This was requested by a few people to do a little bit of a spotlight on MBA Cosmetics. Some people that are new to the brand wanted some suggestions for where to start, so I thought I would go ahead and pull out some products and then just give you an overview. And before I dive in too much, I also just wanted to say I'm still getting used to filming YouTube videos and the audio. I do have a microphone that I'm wearing. I've had a few people comment that my breathing sounds a bit heavy. I think it definitely sounds better to use a microphone than just the camera. And I also have seasonal allergies, so I do get congested and have to take some breaths through my mouth, but I'm perfectly fine. Just wanted to let you know because, yeah, I've gotten a couple of unexpected comments about that. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know about that. The other thing is that I do have an affiliate code with MBA Cosmetics. That is just my username, glamsmitty. So if you'd like to use that, to save a little bit, then you can. I believe it saves 10%. But anyway, let's go ahead and get going. MBA Cosmetics, some things that I think are noteworthy about MBA are that the texture of so all of the single shadows, first of all, are hand pressed. The texture is very unique. I would say that these shadows are smooth. So for people that enjoy smooth shadows and don't like shadows that emphasize texture or feel that textured shadows, are not flattering on their eyelids or have hooded eyes, I think that these shadows are going to work really well for you. I've seen similar shades in other brands, but I would say that, what is pretty unique about MBA is that they do have that very smooth texture, and you can even see from just looking at shadows in the pan. So yeah, that is noteworthy. The other thing is that they have a very large range of products. I'm not super into nail polish. I get my nails done. I get these designs on them, and I just have a lot of fun with them. So I don't really buy too many nail polishes. Sometimes I do my toenails myself, but anyway, they have a growing, beautiful collection of nail polishes. If you're into them, I just can't really speak to them because I haven't tried them myself. And they do have an increase in the number of palettes that they've been making as well. The palettes are not, they're hand-pressed single shadows, but they're manufactured, and they do have a really nice selection of palettes to choose from. So that's just another note about the selection that they have. But the focus of today is the single shadows and making some recommendations about those. I am going to include some of these cream flakies as well because they're kind of single products from MBA, and in my opinion, they stand out. I hope that we'll see some more shades as well down the line because they're incredible. But anyway, I'm gonna start with a few shadows from various collections, and what I will note is that I enjoy, you know, the collections that I'm gonna spotlight. I enjoy, you know, the shadows, all of the shadows in those collections, but I picked out a few of my own favorite shades. So I would say, you know, if you have certain shades that, you know, are calling to you, maybe choose those instead of these ones. I am also not 100% sure if all of those shades are available as singles. You have to double check and see, or whether they're, I know they do a lot of bundles as well. So I will have to maybe double check on that and get back to you in one of the pinned comments below. But one of the first collections I want to talk about came out last winter, I believe, right, or like somewhere near Christmas, Christmas 2022, and it's the Rainbow 2 collection. I actually, they have a Rainbow 1 collection, and I brought out some shade from that collection as well, because all of the rainbow shadows are just stunning. These are all multi-chromes. And this first one is, what is it called? Phantom Rainbow. So these are all like kind of really kind of light and ethereal. This one kind of has like a little bit of a, more of like a green base, but it has a really strong shift to it, as you can see. It's got like gold, kind of a little bit of blue, red. So, you know, it's super, and there's 4 shadows in the Rainbow 2 collection. So definitely like one of my favorites from MBA. And then along those lines, I pulled out also a second one in that same collection, which is Infinite Rainbow. And this one has a little bit more of like a blue base, kind of like what would be considered like a pastel multichrome. So that is Infinite Rainbow. And then, just since we're talking about these rainbow shadows, I'm going to go ahead and show a shade from the original Rainbow collection, and this one is called Rainbow Cupcake. This is one of my favorites. And this is kind of like a blue purple base. Now, I would say kind of like the texture on all of these, like all of the MBA singles, is really smooth. But I would say like a slight difference between the Rainbow 1 and the Rainbow 2 collection is that Rainbow 1 collection, or Rainbow 2 collection, is a little bit creamier. They're not cream shadows, but you can definitely tell like they seem a little bit creamier, and you can even see that from like, you know, from me picking up product over time. A little bit more of an indentation, but that's a difference. I think it lends itself to the second ones being maybe slightly more intense, but both beautiful. So there we have Rainbow Cupcake, and there's 4 shadows in that original collection as well. And along with the Rainbow 2 collection, there were some beautiful, these are like, there were 4 shadows that were, they're not called rainbow, they're called just like the galaxy, or galaxias, I believe. And there's 4 shadows in this, and these, you know, I don't think they actually have a black base, but they're pretty darn similar to what would be considered a black base multichrome. They're darker. The shifts are very intense on them. This is Spiral Galaxy. So yeah, there's 4 shadows in that collection. as well. And there we have Spiral Galaxy. But, you know, there's some like other beautiful jewel tones in this collection as well. There's a blue, there's a purple, and there's a pink. But there we have the green one, Spiral Galaxy. I love it. I mean, you know, I'm always going to be a bit more of like an ethereal multi-chrome lover, but I do love my jewel toned multi-chromes as well. And I know that, like, I know people that this collection of 4 is their all-time favorite. So you can't go wrong with either, like, the Rainbow Shadows or the Galaxy Shadows. Now, MBA, they did come out with 4, like, so a corresponding hollow shadow to each shadow that's in the Galaxy kind of collection. So they have 4 new hollows, and those are nice, but they're brand new to making hollows. So I think, you know, they're still kind of like working out a few of the kinks. I thought they were beautiful, but they're not like, you know, maybe my all-time favorite hollow formula, but they are lovely. But I think, like, these ones, like, these ones stand out to me maybe a little bit more, and they're definitely more about the shift than they are about the hollow effect, so, which probably makes sense. So then, okay, next one I want to talk about is the Sugar Buzz collection. And the Sugar Buzz collection just came out recently. It's a collection of 9 multi-chromes. Again, like my favorite kind of multi-chromes, which is these kind of light and ethereal ones. And these do remind me of the shadows in terms of textures that were in the Rainbow 2 collection. They have like a slightly creamier formula. They have even a bit more sparkle to them and dimension. But this collection is absolutely stunning. And I know that everyone that's tried it has really loved it. So I just pulled out 2 shades from it. I could have pulled out any 2 shades from this collection, but the ones that, you know, I love my purples and my blues, so I pulled out Sugar Bubbles, which is this one here. And oh my god, look at that green shift on it. But you can still really see that purple base. I like when shadows will maintain, on my skin tone, will maintain the base color that I see in the pan, because usually, like when I reach for it, I kind of want the shade that's in the pan. I want the shift, but I really do want the base shade that's in the pan. So this one, and I would say like the shades in this collection definitely do that. They're not like super sheer. They're probably gonna give you even more of that base shade if you like layer it over that corresponding matte shade, which is sometimes what I do when I want that base to show up even more. And then this one is Sugar Coated. And there we have Sugar Coated. But yeah, I think you can't go wrong with the Sugar Buzz collection. These ones, if you like kind of like real light ethereal multi-chromes, these are beautiful. They've got a lot of sparkle, a lot of dimension, a lot of shift, and they still have that really smooth texture if that's what you prefer. And then a couple other kind of shades that I wanted to discuss are, well, they have bundles of duochromes, and this duochrome is from the, I can't remember which bundle this is from, but I do think you can get this as a single as well. They have beautiful duochromes, and they have like really reasonable duochrome collections as well. And so yeah, this is just happens to be a shade that I really like, Jupiter Petals. It's got like kind of a green to sort of silvery pink shift to it. But I just wanted to mention the duochrome bundles because I think, you know, they are very, like, in terms of, you know, indie single shadows, they're very reasonable, and they have some really fun collections. And then all of their collections come with an empty palette, which is a nice touch. So, you know, you can use them to mix and match with other shadows, or use them to build kind of a more complete palette if you want to throw in some mattes. And they also actually started making matte singles too, which is exciting. And I think their formula on those matte singles is really nice. So this is Squad Ghouls. I think this is from the Toils and Trouble collection from the Halloween, but I think they do still have it. But again, like a beautiful kind of duochrome bundle that is really reasonably priced. So there we have Squad Ghouls. Really cute name. And then I pulled out 3 of my cream flakies to swatch as well. My all-time favorite is Opaline Fairy. I think, you know, a lot of people, what they don't like about flakies is just that they're really hard. They can be really hard to apply. So cream flakies is a great option. I know that Glamsmitty has some cream flakies. But, you know, they're still not the easiest to get a hold of. Not a lot of brands make them. But in terms of, like, ease of application, you can't go wrong with cream flakies. And Opaline Fairy is, like, my all-time favorite cream flaky. It's just the most, like, look at that. It's the most ethereal, just shifty, like, it's a dream. So this is Opaline Fairy. Yeah, so this is my favorite cream flaky, like, from any brand. So pretty. And when I run out of this one, I'm gonna have to get another one. So that's my favorite. And then I have a few more. This is my second favorite, which is Perfectly Pink. So there it is in the container and on my fingertip, and then swatched out. So how do people like to use flakies? I've seen them used all kinds of different ways. I often use it to accent a look, whether it's in the inner corner or along the lash line, or like layered on top of the shadow that I've put down. There's all kinds of fun ways to use them, but the nice thing is that you don't need a tacky base when you use a cream flaky as opposed to a loose flaky. And then they have some darker, more dramatic flakies. This one is called Fetish. I think Glamsmitty has one that's similar to this. I want to say it might be called Pride. It came out last year, but it's kind of like you can see the whole rainbow in it, but it has kind of more of like a pinkish base. I think that's the base color. And there it is, swatched out. All of these are just absolutely beautiful, so I felt like I couldn't make this video without giving a little bit of a shout out to the cream flakies. Alright, so I somehow managed to ramble on for too long, but anyway, here are some of my suggestions if you're new to MBA and you want to know where to start and you're into multi-chromes and duochromes. I think this is a great place to start. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've tried them, what your favorites are. And yeah, I'm excited to make a few other videos like this. I want to get up a couple more, hopefully this week, if time allows. But anyway, have a great start to the week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.